Hello my fellow teabags, Sinrick77 coming at you today from my YouTube channel. I have been tagged in a video done by Brother Vance, who was tagged by Brother Mike, Gavco, about 3 items for home self-defense. Or, I don't like to say the terminology self-defense. I like to think of it more along the lines of self-preservation, because to be perfectly honest, in the court of law, that terminology right there will save you a lot of hassle. Now, before I go off into the 3 people I'm going to tag, let's go ahead and go over the items, shall we? First item y'all saw in a recent video of mine. It's something I don't show a whole lot of. As a matter of fact, I think that was the only time I've shown them on camera. But first item is going to be my chucks. I love them. And I love this particular one because of the studs on it. It's just cool. Not only do they provide grip, but they leave hellified divots in objects. So I can only imagine what it'll do to flesh. Talk about tenderizing. Yeah. So we go. First weapon of choice are my chucks. I'm not saying I'm Bruce Lee with these things, but I'm saying I'm pretty damn close. Know what I mean? So first weapon, chucks. Second weapon, some of y'all might already know what this is going to be. Some of y'all probably guessed the wrong one. It is a knife. It's a big knife. It's one of my favorite big knives. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. The Razor SS7. Now, the main reason why I like this particular blade, here we go, is because of the VIF serrations. These things do some damage. Hardcore, heavy duty. If y'all don't know anything about them, real quick, they were designed to actually feed the material into the next serration. So, these things stay on target. They stay on track. So that's awesome. Plus, not to mention, you know, the 2 double-edged tips on here. The fact that I can thrust and actually cut at the same time instead of piercing, which is awesome. Good things. Got some good weight to it. The belly in front here, awesome. Gives it, you know, that top heavy, you know, for chopping, which is nice. So yeah, and no matter how you swing, you can even hold this in reverse and just mess some things up. I'm not going to go about swinging this right now because I am a very limited spot and that thing is extremely sharp. It recently got the edges in, and I polished up the serrations on it, so those things are wicked sharp right now. So, weapon number 2. Third weapon is an extremely cheap weapon. So that way, if it's ever used and if it gets confiscated, I'm not going to be extremely heartbroken over it. Matter of fact, if that happens, I'll probably wind up buying 2 more to replace this one. But my last one is also an edged weapon because, for those of y'all who do not know, I do not own any guns at this point other than airsoft guns. And as fun as it would be to shoot somebody in the face with one of those, it's not going to do anything but really piss off somebody trying to break in. So, instead of pissing them off, I'd rather scare them. This is my machete that I got from Bud K. It has been called the Secret Agent Sword, and I don't know why. There's nothing very secretive about this. This has got some nice serrations too. They're not sharp, per se, but they are extremely pokey, so they will grab and rip. It has a huge choil in it, so I can actually get 2 fingers up on this if I really wanted to go like the double-handed route and feel comfortable. So it's extremely light, extremely thin, but it does get the job done. I have to say that it's really not a sharp machete per se, but I have an edge on it sharp enough that it does cut, and that's all I want. I don't want this to be clean. If I have to use this against a person, plain and simple, because simple fact is, if you're breaking into my house to do damage to me, my family, or to try to take my personal belongings, I really don't want them to have an easy time fixing you back up. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There we go. And those be my 3 items for home self-defense. Not to mention the fact that those of y'all who do not already know, I do sleep with a knife strapped to my hip, and it's normally this knife right here, just because of its thin profile. It's light, and I really don't feel it as I sleep, so I have 4. But there we go. Those are my home self-defense items, and my choices are going to be for the tag. I'm going to tag let's see, who would be some good tags? I'm going to tag SupaFly Fat Guy 859. I'm going to tag, let's see here, Taddyboy 2. And I'm also going to tag Hempseedaddict. There we go. Those are my 3 tags. So links for them will be in the description box, of course. Thank y'all all very much for watching. I hope this has entertained as well as educated. Pretty please comment, subscribe if you have not. Keep your finger in the choil, and have a nice day, y'all. Bye.